Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video here on Solana. We're going to do a full update. Definitely necessary. We hit a significant resistance level right here at the POC right here around 145. That's where we're also finding some resistance right here, but there are some bullish things and some positive updates we need to talk about as well. For example, well, we're just going to get right into the analysis. I mean, what Solana has done, excuse me, since basically this week, is I think we have finally solidified that we have dropped back down, or that we have reclaimed back into the range we have been in for the majority of 2024. All right, so then I'm talking about this range right here, which mostly has been between 125 and then at the top with some breakouts here and there, but at the top mainly the level around 170. I mean, for those of you who still remember the price action from back then, I mean, you could argue that it's 180, but every one of those breakouts we actually got to those levels really felt like a fake out at those points of time at least. But we have reclaimed back into that range. I mean, with strength, and we've done that already quite early. But with strength and with volume, we've actually been able to break above 125, 127, which is that main support level. And now on the lower time frames, we've been also able to break above this tight consolidation we had, which I did not expect, by the way. But we managed to break above that and get to the POC. And eventually, well, I mean, I did not expect it. I made a video on Sunday and I said, well, I think it's more likely we'll reject. But I always did say from this consolidation the last 2 weeks that eventually I did expect the bullish breakout, right? So I think I was off with the timing, but ultimately this was to be expected. And this was always our price target, right? Because 145 is the POC. That's where most of the volume, most of the liquidity has been during the previous range. So that's in general a level that will push the price up to, because that provides liquidity to sell off. But it's also just a strong resistance level, as demonstrated before as well. So we hit into that level, and now the big question is well, this is a major resistance level. So far we've been holding on relatively well. We've had some minor pullbacks, but can we actually, are we going to pull back? Are we going to push through to the top of the range right here at 170? Because we have reclaimed back into the range, right? So then you might say, well, we are coming from the bottom of the range. It's most likely we're going up to the top. And I think we have an actual chance to do that. But I do think short term, and I'll tell you why. But short term, I think it's more likely that we will pull back into support. All right, now the most important support, I think, is this level right here, around 136. That's also where we left a massive imbalance right here. It's very tiny, but there's this purple area right here. Maybe I can do something like this. Voila. That's where we left a single print, but there's also, I'm not sure if some of you know that, but there's also a fair value gap that's left unfilled. Basically two ways to find imbalances. There's an imbalance down there, which most likely gets, or most often does get filled. And then outside of that, we also have a bearish divergence here with the price and the RSI. Volume is still pretty good, but those two reasons. And I mean, Bitcoin is also still at resistance, and we might have some sort of a tumultuous US opening. But for that reason, I expect us to pull back there first. For now, given the market structure that we are in, the range, all right, and what part of the range we are in, I have to say that first of all, I do expect resistance. I expect support from there. But second of all, I also think we have a very high likelihood to get back up to 150. And I think we have a chance to break above that as well. But that is something I will get back to. Right now, look, the fundamentals for Solana also look a little bit better. DEX trading volumes for the first time in a while are actually up, and are up by quite a lot. So that's interesting, especially if that can continue, or if we get some sort of Solana ETF updates. So that would be able to push us up higher. But for now, like I said, I think it's more likely short term we'll get that pullback, find support, consolidate, and then from there we can get another rally. But we'll talk about that in due time. For now, I think this is what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.